money, but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, huh? This for them that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Ready. 50 seconds. What we got?
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Watching that play unfold or watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
14.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Lock now on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Watch the slack. Hey, 626. 45. Hey, Haywood.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got Rodgers. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
19. Here we go. Hey, 88. 45 to Mike. Check. Jump out. Watch the screen.
The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
All right, T. Watch twist. Charlie Murray. Liz.
Now Rodgers. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 45's the mic. All day. Check safety. Yeah, Liz.
First down, a run with Smallwood. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come. Pick it up, G. Here, Mike. 45. Hey, orbit.
Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, zoom.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room. Jump out. 45's the mic. Tighten up.
To throw is Rodgers. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey. Man moving. You got to get that. Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Break. 57's the mic. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Third and short, it's Booker. And it didn't look like Booker got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
It's now fourth down.
All day for you.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's locked. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
358. You better break. I'm letting you know.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
On the ready.
57, Mike 57. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
50, plant.
I smell fear now. I smell fear now.
Yes, yes.
57's a mark.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Mike's 57.
Ready.
Riddick with a carry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
30 base. Pilot, 64. Win. Check.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Watch it.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, Mark.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers. Being chased out left. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Rush in. Rush in. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jamal Williams, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Go.
Wide motion. Check.
Hey, Sam off.
Check.
Shoot.
Clock now to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Yo, go.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 57.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 23. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Inside.
Check back 34.
Here
we go. 34's the mic.
Smoke.
Here we go. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming.
Rodgers to throw again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless There's another defensive penalty.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey. You got to 50. Hey, you block over here. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey, no,
here's Rodgers. A final shot before break. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Smallwood. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, 88. Check Mike 34. Mike 34. That's right, baby.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Jet bomber. Ready.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
X3, 218, chopper. 57,
on 3rd down, block. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They'll run on 1st down. Smallwood, and he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
319. Check 45 to Mike. Yeah. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. So don't say nothing. 45's the Mike. Don't. Back to pass.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
258. Get that one.
On On first down, Smallwood. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
88. Spot. No. Blue draw quarters. Slam.
On second down, it's Jones. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
18. Hey, here we go. Yeah, Liz. Mike 51. Hey, Delta. Boxing. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Here, Mike. Get up.
Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Let's go.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Over.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Touchdown, Packers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock. This one complete to Theo Riddick. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mike 57. Here we go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, they scared. They scared. 52.
3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Lock going to go on 4th down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Look at this, a tight end carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. Go, go, go. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 50. Go.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the ground, it's Reddick. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And McManus able to put it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
You got 58. Check 24. Watch 24. Plant. Check. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. 45's the mic. I can't believe they let you play. Get 300. Get 300. 45 connected.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers, the connection made. It's Graham. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Check 30. Hey, box truck. Box truck. Inside. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Slam. 61. Match box.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Clock will try again on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
And the blitz does come. The completion to Riddick. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Undercrush. Yeah.
Now Riddick. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 12, Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to face a third down.
Alpha! Hey, 50 to mine, 50 to mine.
Now Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Back to throw. Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Ready! 70, Indy. Hey, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Locke to throw. He finds Riddick, complete. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Here we go.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Let's put that heel on the button. Shift! Watch the shift! Look at me! Zipper!
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Ready? Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, y'all. Here it goes. Check three. Ready?
On third down, here's Lindsey. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And his kick is good. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Denver, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And